looks as though it's Salford who have won the toss and opt to play towards the river end. Very, very strong wind, bitterly cold at Derwent Park this afternoon. In town after a thrilling win against Halifax. Sure will want to build on it. Mulligan it is to start the proceeding, kicks it straight down centre field. It's Scott Mahan, this Australian, trying to run it out, but Ellis and Marwood up very, very quickly. Panapa, his first touch, and a good one at that, bringing it away out of the 20 for Salford. His first match back after an eye injury. Now it's Young trying to run it wide of the ruck. Wrapped up by Kyle White. Quigley, quick hands onto Blease. Blease, well marshalled. Now back, the kick comes in over the head of Kevin Pape and finds touch. So Salford holding it well for a set of 6 before the kick came in. As the man in green today, Mr. Holdsworth, goes to form the scrum. It's a happy birthday for everyone at Derwent Park. He was 48 years of age yesterday. Sure there'll be a lot of people wishing him a happy birthday at Derwent Park today. As Pape comes from round the base, met by Panapa and Critchley. Marwood tries to go himself, but upended. Now Mackenzie, short side onto Fawcett, then straightens it up. Now Heppy, again going himself, met by Quigley, but Salford caught offside. Mr. Holdsworth keeping them well apart. So it's going to be Mulligan to kick to touch on his popular side, which he does so successfully. As Mackenzie takes it up from the front. That wasn't the boat coming in, that was just me blowing my nose. So Town, but Salford again caught offside. Might have been better to let the advantage go as Holgate seemed to spot a gap. Mark Lee just having a word to clarify things with Mr. Holdsworth, but the end result is a chance for Dean Marwood to knock over this penalty. A vicious wind blowing across the end of the slag bank. So it's Marwood with a chance to take Town into an early lead, but ball just topples over. Mr. Holdsworth stops the clock. So here goes Marwood again. And it's there, so that's the perfect start. For Marwood, take Town into the lead on 3 minutes. So 2 penalties early on for Town, both were offside. And the second one resulted in a penalty, which Marwood converts. So it's his lean fullback, Scott Mahan, who kicks it deep. Called for it well, did Phillips, then takes it straight back at them. A good head of steam. The big man takes 3 to bring him down. Now Ellis looks for runners onto Mulligan. Mulligan just slipped there as he took it in. Mackenzie from acting half-back goes himself inside onto Armstrong, but well brought down by Mark Lee. Former hooker at Salford, now in the scrum half position. Marwood infield, but brought down by 3 defenders. And holding down. So Mackenzie takes it quickly. Lee comes up with it onto Blakely. Blakely onto Man, up in the line. Burkett, that looked forward as he fed it onto Williams, but Williams forced back and almost into touch. Close on the grandstand side. Now Salford, again onto Lee, onto Panapa. He's very influential, loose forward, former Wigan man. Now Marsden back in field. Heppy upended quickly, just inside the town 20. Blakely onto Eccles. Eccles 10 yards from the town line. Salford another 2 tackles. Onto Quigley. Quigley run around, then Blease takes it up. Through. Well, Blease managed to find the gap to find the pass, but Mr. Holdsworth, who was right on the spot, said it was forward and towards the scrum. But good play by the second rower Blease, former club captain at Salford. Now Marwood from round the base, but Panapa smothers him. Now Mulligan goes himself, but couldn't avoid the attentions of Critchley. Now Armstrong takes it up, runs it into Young, with Eccles coming over the top. Now Mackenzie spotted a gap, then onto Phillips. Phillips another good burst. Panapa in on the tackle. Phillips goes himself. Another good burst by this powerhouse prop. It's last tackle. Fawcett back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in into the sun. Just checks, he's got the plate. And it's a dropout. Scott Mahone claims it had went dead, but neither of the linesmen were up to say so. He's just arguing rather vigorously with Mr. Holdsworth, and Mr. Holdsworth wants another little word with him. Sure, he's claiming that the ball had gone dead. Didn't seem to be much urgency as he was trying to run it out. So the end result will think be a dropout. And Scott Mahon very lucky not to be in the bin. It's a good kick. Mulligan takes it, then on to Fawcett. Fawcett gets a good head of Pape gets a good head of steam before he's brought down 2 yards inside the Salford half. Mackenzie short ball onto Armstrong. A reception committee of 3 waiting for him. Mackenzie quick hands onto Kyle White. White almost through the gap. Good tackling back though, and again holding down. And another word's been spoken to Mr. Holdsworth. Wants to have a word. Quite surprised he didn't take them back another 10 yards there. Well, he certainly make his intentions known. And so have Town in these early stages. Mackenzie takes it up himself, drives it to the post, good hit. Marwood then switched Kyle White, but Burns just can't take it. And again, Town just wanting to set it up for a set of 6, losing possession on the second tackle. Sure, Coach Peter Walsh on a day like this will be emphasising ball retention, but it's Salford who come up with it. Round the base was Heppy, and they forced Salford back. Now Panapa. But 3 neither play the ball. Penalty to Salford. Blakely finds touch. Well, that's a big 10 metres. But Young, with just about his first touch, drives it in. Kyle White wrestles him to the ground. Another good burst by this Salford pack. Take play into the Town half, but Holding down, says Mr. Holdsworth, so this could be a chance to level the scores. So it's Blakely with a chance to level the scores. Here he goes. But it drifts wide. Mulligan picks it up, runs it well out of defence, trying to wriggle round Panapa. So a chance gone begging for Salford as Marwood goes himself. Fawcett, another side, tries to go over the top of Blease, but Blease sticks to the task and brings him down. Now Mackenzie onto Armstrong, does a little juggle, takes it up just short of halfway. Mackenzie first there, quick hands onto Kyle White. White straightens it up, trying to wriggle round the tackles, but sucks 3 in. Still going. Good run, its last tackle. Now Mackenzie onto Ellis. Ellis puts the kick in, which finds touch, keeps play up at this end of the field. They scrum down. Mark Lee to feed. Right on the 20-yard line of Salford. Comes up with it. Now Blakely, very quick, but Fawcett's even quicker to extinguish the danger. Marsden, and again Fawcett in on the tackle. Quigley onto Eccles. Eccles met by Mackenzie and White. And again, good tackling by Town. Now the kick comes in over the Town defence. Mulligan takes it superbly off the one bounce. Straightens up now. Marwood, well taken by Holgate. Crowd not too happy about that tackle. Now Marwood, dummies, trying to go himself. He's well involved in the game in the early stages. Now Phillips. Crowd come to life every time he picks the ball up, and that's why. There's a struggle to bring him down. Still going, now he offloads. Good play by Marwood, good support. An equally good tackle by Lee. Now Mackenzie, not aside, looks for runners. Ellis, dummies, goes himself. Still going, Ellis, and he's in. Kevin Ellis showing superb strength and resilience, shrugging off 1, 2 and 3 tackles. We thought he was held up, but he kept going and put that ball down as if it was going out of fashion. Tremendous try for Town to extend the lead. And he's delighted about that, is the Welshman. And the crowd are alive at Derwent Park. They take Town into a 6-0 lead. Tremendous determination by Ellis, it has to be said. Showing tremendous strength as well, and now Marwood has a chance to make it 8. Kicking right back into the wind. Looks good from here, and the touch judges flag it in, so Marwood has his kicking boots on. He's 2 out of 2, and it's Town who lead 8-0 on 14 minutes. The restart. Tremendous start by Town. The lead by 8 after 14 minutes. Lower kick this time. Taken by Armstrong between the legs, and now goes straight back at them. Good run. Now Mulligan goes himself, looking to straighten up, but brought down by Young and Marsden. Now Heppy goes from acting half back. Good burst by the Kiwi, loose forward and takes the linesman's on. He spotted something. He eventually makes his way to the middle. Have a little word with Mr. Holdsworth. We'll say, just looking round, nobody looks guilty, not that any rugby player ever do. But it's a Salford man who's being pulled out. Never did a thing, sir. So, Mark Lee, the offender. For what? Well, giving him a facial. So it's Mulligan to kick to touch. Finds touch, Town set it up again, very, very quickly. Hunter Mulligan, who took it at the second attempt. Tackle came flying in there by Young. Good job he missed. Now Armstrong takes it up, down centre field. This is a good spell by Town. Now Mackenzie darts right, Mulligan onto Kyle White. White, barnstorming run again, but he loses the ball. Town, if they can just keep them here, but Salford it is, who try to run it away from deep. Good tackle, Brad Heppy. Holgate this time, short ball by Marsden, but again the Town tackling's up to it. Salford now put the kick in to try to relieve the pressure. Mulligan chases it back, picks it up one-handed, now runs it straight back at them. Again, Lee up very, very quickly with Critchley. Kevin Pape. And again, Lee in on the tackle. Mackenzie onto Drummond, in from the right wing position. Now Mackenzie again, onto Burns this time. Burns trying to open up, making good yardage. Mackenzie, not aside, onto Heppy. Heppy shoves them off. Still on his feet as they struggle to wrestle him down. It's last tackle. Back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the boot in, crossfield kick, bounces up nice. Scott Mahone just slips there. As Ellis went in with what Mr. Holdsworth said was the knees. Awards the penalty. So Salford get a chance to kick away from danger again. Quigley onto Young. Young straight into his Welsh teammate Roland Phillips, who brings him down with the help of Colin Armstrong, just short of halfway. Quigley again onto Eccles. Eccles a good run, but met by Heppy. Quigley onto Marsden, back in field onto Blease. Blease has the support, Mahone. Marwood did well. Now Quigley goes left. Mark Lee looked for runners. Onto Burkett, then onto Williams, but he was wrapped up there. Salford go right this time. Chip through, but it's just too long. So it'll be a tap on the Town 20. Town in no great rush for what wind there is. Slightly at Salford's back in this first half. Now Fawcett takes the first one up. Mackenzie onto Drummond. Drummond tried to force his way through, but Blease and Panapa bring him down. Now Mackenzie, Armstrong, short ball onto Phillips. Well, crowd didn't like that. Now the other side, Armstrong. Short ball, Heppy just couldn't take it though. Does so at the second attempt, but it's a scrum down. Crowd weren't too happy about that incident involving Roland Phillips. Lee comes up with it. But again, the tackling's keen around the base of the scrum. Now Marsden onto Panapa, rather isolated there, tried to go back inside, but no way through. 21 minutes gone, Town lead, 8 points to 0. Now the silly penalty, Mr. Holdsworth wanting to get on with the job. Good kick by Blakely, puts Salford on the ascendancy for about the first time. Quigley onto Young. Young brought down by the two props, White and Phillips. Now Lee onto Eccles. Again wrestled to the ground, 12 yards from the Town line. Quigley goes left onto Lee. Lee looks for runners onto Panapa. Panapa trying to switch it, but he was well marshalled by Armstrong and Heppy. Now Quigley trying to go himself, but into a blue wall. Blakely goes left, run around, then onto Marsden. Marsden met by Heppy. Last tackle this time. Again they try the other side, chip through. Drummond takes it very well under immense pressure. So it'll be a dropout, so good pressure by Salford coming back into it. Mulligan restarts, kicks it straight down centre field onto Scott Mahan. Good burst, very elusive runner, this Aussie. Now Blees trying to go himself, but Fawcett sticks to him and brings him down just outside the Town 20. Quigley onto Panapa, a run around again. Quigley looks for Burkett, back to Williams. Williams met by Holgate and wrestled to the ground. Salford making no headway on that occasion. Quigley onto Blakely, run around, looked forward as it went on to Cliff Eccles, but he had nobody with him. Its last tackle. Salford have the numbers, chip over the top. Pape takes it well in his own goal area. So it'll be a tap from the Town 20. Again, defence holds up. Now Drummond takes the first in, dips the shoulder as he went in, but brought down. Mackenzie trying to go himself, finds Marwood though, checks back in field, wriggles out of one, but brought down at the second attempt. Now Mackenzie onto Phillips. Phillips another good barnstorming run, they struggle to pull him down. Now Mackenzie onto Kyle White, another good burst by the Aussie prop. Now Mackenzie goes himself from acting half-back, but offside with Salford. Good decision by Mr. Holdsworth. Heppy goes himself, takes the tap quickly. Town have a chance to set up. Now Armstrong straightens it up, takes it to the post. Town within 10 of the line. Marwood back to Heppy, wriggles out of one, short ball onto Fawcett, and Fawcett's going in for a try. Tremendous play and support play. Armstrong fed a short ball onto the ever-supporting Vince Fawcett. Fawcett wriggled round one, sidestepped another and went in under the posts. Take Town into a 12 points to 0 lead with the kick a shot certain formality. And it's there, Town lead 14-0, 25 minutes gone in his first half. And Salford don't look too keen to come take this restart. It's been a good opening 25 minutes for Town. Now 14 points on the board without reply. Mr. Holdsworth always talking to the players, still he talks to them. Salford wanting to make their first substitution. Not yet though. Ellis takes it superbly. Has on to Pape. I was going to say took it like Grobler, but he'd have probably missed that one. Now Phillips wriggles out the tackles. Still going Phillips. Tremendous burst. Salford now make the first substitution. As Mackenzie goes again. Bob Marsden's left the field, being replaced by Richard Webster as Heppy comes on another raid. That looked a little high. Now Mackenzie on to Kyle White again, brought down by Webster. Now Mackenzie, its last tackle, back to Mulligan who hoists one. It's got Snow on it, Mahan's under it, spills the ball. Is that offside? Well, it's a knock on. Mulligan's taken a bang in the back, as is Mark Lee, Jason Quigley. Mulligan's up on his feet. At Salford, rather fortuitous there. Could have been a penalty to Town, but at the end of the day, it's a scrum inside Salford territory. Centre split either way. Comes to the left, Ellis on to Fawcett, trying to wriggle round Panapa, but he sticks to him. Heppy from acting half-back, goes left, goes himself, straightens it up, almost through, 8 yards from the Salford line. Mackenzie from acting half-back, goes right to Marwood, Marwood on to Ellis. Looks what the options are, Burns, good tackle though by Williams, came shooting out of the line. Drummond from acting half-back, infield. On to White, White straightens it up. It's a struggle to bring him down. Now Mackenzie onto Marwood, Marwood onto Armstrong. Armstrong picks up the pace almost through the gap. Looking to offload, he couldn't, but it's last tackle this time. What will they try? Marwood back to Mulligan, Mulligan chipped through, crossfield. And Ford hoofs it dead. He could feel him breathing down his neck and took no chances. Just hoofed it as far as Haggill. So it's a dropout again. Again, there's no urgency in this Salford side. Hoisted high and long. Ellis is under it, takes it well. Dumb into Pape, then on to Burns. Mackenzie calls the shots. Goes right this time. On to Holgate. Holgate a good run. Sucking them in as he goes. Now Mackenzie again, that aside. Now it's switched on to Ellis. Ellis on to Phillips. Phillips straightens it up. And still the struggle to bring him down at the first attempt. Now Ellis. Back to Holgate. Holgate just spilled the ball though. Already have. Referee says we'll have it again. Heppy comes out of the scrum this time. Here's Heppy, but he just spills the ball. Sure there was a set move on there, but it just come to nothing. Panapa round the base, onto Burkett. But referee spots the infringement against Kevin Ellis. For a high tackle. So Salford kick and make ground. Now Eccles drives the first in, wrestled to the ground by Armstrong with the help of Kyle White. Now the side, on comes Blaze, has Webster with him. No way through. Quigley, not aside, spotted a gap, went for it. Panapa fires it wide. Blakely. Lee steps inside one and another. Offloads onto Eccles. Finds Ford linking round the back. Still going forward. Very elusive. Going through the gap. Looking for numbers. Heppy extinguishes the danger. It's against Salford. Goal left. Young. Good hit. Well, tried to offload, but Town Dizu come up with it. Trying to be a little over-ambitious. Heppy takes the tackle. Phillips wriggles out of one. Making good 10 yards in the process. Now Armstrong runs it close to the ruck and making good yardage. Now Mackenzie onto Holgate. Offloads back to Marwood. Marwood fires it wide onto Fawcett. Fawcett almost under the tackle of Panapa. It's last tackle this time. Marwood back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in, which finds touch. So 34 minutes gone, Town still lead, 14 points to 0. As they make the way to form this scrum. Again, Mulligan goes to the loose forward position with Heppy in the centres. Salford trying to work something. Fawcett it is, who eventually wrestles him to the ground. Quigley onto Webster. Webster upended. We tried to go without the ball. Now Panapa trying to work something, but again Town alert to it, and Kyle White brings him down. Quigley wide onto Lee. Lee kick over the top. Nobody's chasing it as far as Salford are concerned. As we look back, Mulligan got acres of time, and it's Burns this time who takes it up. Back in field, trying to run it wide, but Lee, who put the kick in, brings him down. Now Drummond from acting half-back, trying to run it wide. Seems to have gone very dark at Down Park as the clouds come in over the slag banks, as now Phillips goes through before it's brought down by Critchley. Now Mackenzie darts himself from acting half-back. Please. In with the crowd say was a high one. Well, that'll be interesting to see again, as Phil Mackenzie now receives some treatment after that collision with Ian Blaze. Certainly turned up the gas on this popular side. Now Holgate takes up the challenge before he's forced back. Still Mackenzie receives the treatment as Mulligan now puts the kick in to the far side. Mahone takes it back. Now runs it straight back at them, trying to wriggle round Mulligan. Kyle White does the tackling though. Salford again on their own 20, trying to work something, but Town's tackling's good. Now Panapa, but again no penetration. Looks the shadow of the man who used to play at Wigan, does Panapa. As now Quigley tries to mount something. Mackenzie's fit to resume. As now Salford try to mount something. Burns chases it back now in the full back position. Fawcett trying to run it away and through the gap almost. Well, that looked like a flop, which referee Mr. Holdsworth spots. Richard Webster, the guilty man. About 4 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Again, it's Town who lead, 14 points to 0. Mulligan kicks and makes good ground again. Mackenzie on to Fawcett. He's got through a lot of work this afternoon already in this first period as Vince Fawcett already on the scoreboard. Now Mackenzie, then on to Holgate, running it straight and hard. That looked high. Well, it's got one this time. But no card. The crowd not too happy about a few of these tackles, and certainly making their feelings felt to Mr. Holdsworth. So again, Mulligan kicks to touch, safe touch. And Town get on the scoreboard before half time. Marwood goes himself. Had Mackenzie at his shoulder, didn't use him. Now on to Phillips. Phillips takes it 10 yards out. Now on to White, set the route move. Heppy wide on to Ellis. Ellis checks back in field, still on his feet. Ellis straightens it up onto Mulligan. Mulligan wrapped up by Panapa. 5 yards out. Mackenzie darts himself, looks for runners onto Phillips. Phillips, tremendous tackle there by Blease, I think it was. Wrapped the man and ball. Ellis tries to bury his way over, but no way through. It's last tackle this time. Good defence by Salford. Well, he'll be back to one. Ford, well, is that offside? Ford seemed to touch it, he then went back to his player, but nothing given, and Salford but trying to run it out of defence, but Holgate, good tackle again. Good hit. Well, he spilled the ball. Ellis comes up with it. Salford under immense pressure. About a minute and a half to go, plus any stoppage time in this first half. Town, can they make it? Dragged back almost in the far corner. Heppy onto Marwood, just slipped there. Offload, so Armstrong onto Mulligan. They've got the numbers. Oh, why did he go that way? Phillips took it back in. He had the numbers out left. Heppy marshalling things onto Mulligan. Kyle White running havoc over there. Oh, and Drummond just can't take it. There's a line at his mercy. So Salford, as we get to the end of this first period, trying to run it away from deep, but again marshalled well was Panapa by his opposite number, Heppy. And again offloading well though, Quigley trying to mount something at the end of this first period, but a tremendous tackle, Kyle White. But the happy flagman's on again. Spotted something. So Salford have a little chance at the end of this first period to try to mount something. Town still have Paul Burns at fullback with Mark Mulligan in the centres. Now Eccles. Barnstorming run by the prop takes play just outside the Town 20. I'm sure Town will want to keep them at bay. Holgate, good tackle by the second row. Into stoppage time now at the end of this first period. Quigley, back to Williams. Williams out wide, and is it a try? Linesman says no. Touch in goal. Well done, that man. Salford didn't seem happy about it, but it's the closest they've come in this first period. As Fawcett now comes on a raid, and there goes the half-time hooter. A great start by Town on 3 minutes with a penalty from Dean Marwood for offside. Then on 13 minutes, Kevin Ellis showed tremendous determination and strength to go in for the opening try. Goal by Marwood, 8-0. Then on 24 minutes, Vince Fawcett wriggled his way and sidestepped around 2 tackles to go in under the post. Again, goal by Marwood to break a half-time score at Derwent Park. Workington Town 14, Salford 0. So away we go in this second period. It's taken well at the second attempt by Gary Schubert. On for Kyle White at the start of this second period. Now Mackenzie darts, used Holgate as the decoy before he was brought down. Now Marwood again round the fringes, tracked by Blakely, he eludes him, but Panappa brings him down. Now Heppy, back to Mulligan. Spiraling kick which gains ground and finds touch. Keeps Town moving forward. Remember, Town still without James Pickering with that thumb injury. Well, I think that one missed the scrum, that. Just goes in this time. Burkett, nowhere through. Now Lee onto Blakely, Blakely onto Panappa. Williams now in the centre. Critchley. As Ford tries a weaving room. Well, that looked obstruction. And it was Martin Burkett, the guilty man. So it gives Town a chance to extend the lead if Marwood wants a pot, which he does. So Marwood has a chance to get the Town scoreboard moving again early on in the second half. Here he goes. Is it there? Oh, it's off the crossbar. Holgate up very, very quickly. Unfortunate, I thought the wind had drifted it over. It was straight enough, but just came off the top. So score remains at 14 points to 0. Salford 10 yards from their own line. Can Town pen them here? Good play by Holgate. Now Salford, Burkett, wide. Onto Man, Heppy wraps him up again. Burkett from acting half back infield, onto Lee, Lee onto Panappa, Panappa onto Young, put a tremendous hit. Well, referee didn't like it. Salford allowed to take it quickly. Now Quigley onto Lee, Lee onto Panappa, moving it better now. Good tackle again, Salford offload though. Linking up well in midfield. Blakely it is. But can't get past Burns. Burkett infield, onto Eccles. Now Quigley from acting half back onto Panappa. Panappa fires it wide. Now Ford. Nowhere through though. Pape wraps him up. Salford again tried to fire it along the line. Blease straightens it up. Good tackle, Holgate. Now Mahan goes left. Lee. Williams chips it through. Mulligan runs it back. Burkett's after him and tackle him in the in-goal area, so it'll be a dropout. So better start to the second period for Salford. Giving the ball plenty of air as Mulligan prepares to restart and this dropout from underneath the posts. Taken on the foot by Webster, who runs it straight back at them. What a tremendous tackle by Heppy. Man and ball. Now Burkett. Well, going nowhere, tried to offload, didn't go to hand. Phillips up quickly, Panapa takes it up even quicker and goes through the gap. Panapa still going, Marwood did well to tackle back. Tracked him well, now Ford back in field. On to Webster. Webster changes the direction over the top of one. Town standing back, letting Salford run. Again they go, not aside, on to Young. Young tries to straighten it up, but Schubert brings him down. Now Quigley back in field. But again, good defence, holds them out. It's last tackle. Town got to be on the metal this time. Chip through. But Heppy touches it down. So again, Salford all the possession at the start of this second period. Mulligan, lower kick, as far as Scott Mahone, runs it straight back at them. Very fleet of foot, but Ellis sticks to him. Now Lee goes right, on to Eccles. Eccles goes through the gap, wriggling and dodging. Phillips did well to tackle back. 5 yards out, they've got a steep line out this time of Salford. Scott Mahone up in the line, tremendous hit by Heppy. Well, Burkett pounced on it. Well, referee said back to one. Jason Williams, it's a second tackle, still inside the Town 20. Now Lee dummies, then on to Panapa. Panapa wide, ball doesn't go to hand. Town come up quickly, Salford lose ground. Eccles again. 4 tackles in this set of 6. Quigley darts quickly. Now the link up. Chip through. Blakely. Well, Town in possession. Kevin Ellis. I think the referee's given a knock on. Against who though? Looks as though it's against Salford. It is, and it's a Town feed at this scrum, much to the relief of the Town faithful. Kevin Ellis just took a bang in that exchange. As Heppy comes round the base. Now Marwood onto Roland Phillips. Now Marwood changes direction, trying to wriggle under Ian Blaze. McKenzie, short ball onto Holgate. Good burst again by the second row. Back to Marwood. Marwood chipped over the top, right into the hands of Scott Mahone, who runs it straight back at them. Burns does the tackling though. Now Williams onto Burkett. No way through. 9 minutes in this second half gone. No addition to the score by either side. Young onto Eccles. Eccles again almost through the gap, but brought down right on halfway. Quigley onto Lee. Lee looks for runners, fires it right. That looked forward as it went to Ford. Ford evades the tackles. Still on his feet, trying to link up. But again, Salford have the numbers out wide. Panapa Onto Williams. Williams changes the direction. Onto Scott Mahone. Back in field. Out wide. Panapa. Back to Burkett. Burkett. Back to Panapa to Williams. Williams. Looking to link up. Again the ball goes to hand. But now the tackle's made. It's last tackle. What will Salford do? Quigley to Blakely. Lee wide. But it's knocked on. Heppy then tries to run it away. Mulligan tried to go himself. Salford mile offside there. There must have been 4 offside. Heppy now on to Armstrong. Good run by the second rower, sucking them in. Now Marwood onto Phillips. Phillips wriggling and spinning out of tackles. Mulligan, that's a beauty. Hoisted, Scott Mahone's under it. Takes it well though. Wriggles past Mulligan, looking to link up. Does so with Ford. Ford back in field. But then met by Mulligan, who dumps him to the ground. And that's really what Town need to do, play Salford at that end of the field and try to force a mistake as Panapa tries to run it away, but force it in on the tackle. Town just letting Salford run a little more in this second half. Again, they're lined out deep on this left side. Lee wide. That looked forward. Scott Mahone back in field. Looking to link up. Doesn't now. Armstrong comes up with it. Ball not going to hand. Now Heppy. Onto Phillips. Phillips shrugs one off. Runs into Young. Brings him down on halfway. Now Marwood takes it up. Thought he's met by the defence. Now Mackenzie onto Armstrong. Over the top. Good run by Armstrong, and you just feel if Town were to get a try now, it really would kill Salford off. Now Burns. Burns runs it wide. Looked for the gap. Did well to stay in field. Drummond from acting half back. Onto Mulligan, short ball onto Schubert. Schubert almost through, looking to find Drummond, which couldn't slip the ball. Now Drummond in field, onto Mulligan. Mulligan, crossfield kick, it's a humdinger. Who's under it? Kevin Ellis. But a Salford man as well, and he comes up with it. Schubert in doing the tackling, keeping Salford 10 yards from their own try line. Panapa looked left then right, but again no options as Holgate covered over well. Brings down Williams. Panapa again onto Young, but again Holgate does the tackling, this time with Phil Mackenzie. Last tackle. Lee dummies, then Schubert does the tackling and clamps the ball. Referee said the tackle had been made. Play the ball. Schubert onto Mackenzie, then Drummond takes it up, trying to barge his way through, but Panapa brings him down right on halfway. Mackenzie goes left onto Phillips. Phillips almost over the top, but they've got wise to it to go around the middle now. Now Mackenzie onto Armstrong, looked a little forward, but again Armstrong makes good yards down centre field. Now Mackenzie onto Marwood, short ball onto Holgate. Holgate shrugs off the first. Now Mackenzie darts left, holds it up. Ellis changes the direction, chip through. Is it a try? Yes it is. Vince Fawcett. They were fumbled once, fumbled twice. The ball went free, they tried to knock it dead, and there again, the man, the poacher, Vince Fawcett, to score his second try. And a chance for Marwood to make it 4 out of 4 and take Town into a 20 points to 0 lead. Ball just topples over and our referee just stops the clock. So here he goes again for the second attempt. And it's there, so Marwood makes it 20 points to 0 with his 4th goal of the match. Now Heppy shrugs off one. Blakely stuck to him. Now Marwood onto Phillips. Phillips straightens it up. Looks to Schubert, takes it at the second attempt, but then he's brought down on halfway. It's last tackle. Now Mackenzie. Back straight as far as Ford, but Ford just knocks it on, and the biggest cheer of the day. So it gives chance at Town. As they scrum it down, it's Town's head and feed. Kevin Ellis calls the shots from the half-back position. Town who lead 20 points to 0. Marwood onto Ellis. Ellis onto Burns. Burns sets the position up. Now Ellis onto Heppy. Thought about the pass, but Blakely brings him down. Armstrong from acting half-back onto Ellis. Ellis fires one to Marwood, then over the back onto Fawcett. Fawcett going like a train. He's on a hat-trick. Again, Town lined out deeply to the right. Phillips drives it to the post, shrugs one off, shrugs two off before he's upended. 15 yards out. Ellis looks to wave something. Heppy onto Burns. Burns, can he make it? Yes, he can. And Paul Burns makes it 24. Town go to 2 dozen without response, with a thrilling backline move which sees Paul Burns going in. And crowd really trying to lift them now. So Salford restart. Mulligan takes it well, feeds it to Schubert. Schubert straight back into them. Town have both substitutes, Kyle White and Lee Chilton warming up. Now Armstrong takes it up. Good run. Heppy from the base onto Phillips. Phillips another barnstorming run by this powerful Welsh prop, and still the struggle to bring him down. Now Mackenzie almost through the gap. Mackenzie again, back to Mulligan. Mulligan quite sensibly puts the kick in, plays the game in the Salford territory as the lead 24-0. So it's lead to scrum it down, 10 yards from the Salford line. Comes up with it, Burkett in from the now left wing position. Armstrong chases Eccles and brings him down. As Randall tries to run it away. But but referee spotted a knock on. I'd say he's got better eyes than me, but one to Mr. Holdsworth there. I don't think the crowd had even spotted that one. Right on the job, one of the top whistlers in the game, even now. Happy round the base, onto Marwood, onto Pape, Pape trying to run it wide, but looked the wrong way, had Happy screaming for it on his inside, threw it wide and there was no one there, so the chance goes a begging. Was Salford trying to run it away from deep, Mahoney in the line, but again he goes inside to no effect. And again Salford looking at sixes and sevens, not looking organised at all at that play of the ball. Now Blakely onto Randall, back to Quigley. Quigley looking to link up, but Schubert wraps him up. Last tackle. Salford only just out of the 22. Lee runs it, but Salford keep it alive. Now the kick comes in. Ellis tackled by Ford. Now Pape again met by Randall. Now Phillips. What a burst by the big prop, looking to offload. Does so. Back to Ellis. Ford had come in from the wing position. Ellis eludes him, but just spills the ball. Salford come up with it, try to mount a raid. Burkett wriggles out of one tackle, but not the second one. Now Quigley onto Young. Quigley onto Blakely. Good dart, looking for numbers, but there was nobody with him. Quigley onto Lee. Back to Quigley. Good tackle, Gary Schubert. Now Quigley again onto Randall. Dummies, then takes a tackle. Well, referee says a penalty to Salford, allows him to take it quickly. Well, eventually wide as far as Ford. Ford tries to mount something as he wriggles back in field, looking to link up, but just couldn't. Now Eccles looked a little high, but nothing awarded. 10 yards from the town line. Can they keep them out? They have the numbers. Short ball to Blease. Blease stands in the tackle, but can't offload it. Well, Town come up with it via Holgate. As Town make the second substitution, Roland Phillips comes off and Kyle White comes back on. 65 minutes gone and here comes White. Still going Kyle White, but just couldn't find a Town man. Town wanted to force him in field. Burkett from acting half back. Well, nobody wants it. Eventually picked up by Williams. Williams dummies, goes wide onto Panappa, bunched in the middle. Panappa still in possession. Blakely picks it up, wrapped up by Happy. Salford not looking too happy. Randall goes himself. Lee run around them. Blease takes it up, looking to pass over round the tacklers. Quigley goes right. Well, getting a little intro, Mr. Blease. Straight to the sin bin goes Mr. Blease. Is anybody going with him to keep him company?
He has a look round. Colin Armstrong as well. So 2 to the sin bin. Blaze and Armstrong. What will the end result be? Penalty against Salford. They were deemed to be the aggressors. Colin Armstrong gets a great reception as he goes back to the dugout as Mulligan just about plonks us on the head. Been trying to do that all season. Mackenzie onto Schubert. Drives the first one in. Mackenzie now onto Burns. Burns tries to probe on the narrow side but making good yards again. Now Holgate. Well, somebody certainly turned up the gas, but offside. Interference at the play of the ball. Take your pick. So Town just set it up, calm it down. About 12 minutes to go plus any stoppage time. Town lead 24-0. And both sides down to 12 men. Mackenzie drives the first one in. Takes it 12 yards out. Now Kyle White, inside ball to Heppy, almost through. Town set it up, 5 yards out. Spread out deeply to the left. What's he given this time? Well, knock on. Let's just say it's closer than we are. Panapa now in the standoff position, trying to work something, but nowhere past Burns and Ellis. Quickly played. Heppy upended. Salford trying to mount raids, but it's deep in their own territory. Still they offload. Phil Ford in field. Ford evades one, but not Schubert, who did well to tackle back. Now Lee onto Randall. Randall offloads onto Mahone. They've got the numbers. Williams back to Panapa, back in field. Mahone, but referee Mr. Holdsworth right on the spot. Spots a forward pass. So it's going to be Marwood as both sides pack down with 5. Comes up with it onto Drummond. Drummond trying to barge his way through the defence. Now Marwood goes himself, still on his feet. Kevin Ellis first there, finds Heppy, who takes it at the second attempt, making good yardage though. Now Schubert looked a little forward. Schubert looking for support, but nobody with him. Now Mackenzie looks for numbers. Ellis. Round the back comes Kyle White. White shrugs one off. Finds Mackenzie. Over the top to Drummond. Drummond tries the outside on Burkett. Wriggles on the inside. Still going. Looks for Mulligan on his outside. But then quite sensibly kept hold of it. It's last tackle. Holgate to Mulligan. Mulligan, crossfield kick. Fawcett's under it, back to Heppy, and Pape just can't take it. With the try line at his mercy. So a good passage of play comes to nothing. But Town certainly are having the chances. As Salford again try to mount something, but it's from deep in their own territory. But Mr. Holdsworth spots an infringement, a high tackle. But now Salford bring it to just short of halfway. Going in one zone. Quigley spots a gap, darts through it. Had Randall with him but just couldn't free the pass. It's last tackle. Blakely onto Panappa. Panappa chips through. Well, Town eventually come up with it. Now Mulligan tries to run it out. Salford haven't got a full-back if the kick was to come in. Burns trying to run it wide before he's straightened up but brought down by Williams and Burkett. Now Pape in from the opposite wing. Mackenzie onto Heppy. Again, he's worked hard this afternoon, had a tremendous game. Must be a contender for the man of the match, as must Vince Fawcett. And again, Roland Phillips. And again, that man, Phil Mackenzie, who puts in a tremendous kick. But every one of them, again, has played the part. It's been a great team effort. Now 7 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Both sides amble their way to this scrum. Just on the Salford 20-yard area. Lee, Blakely onto Mahone. But again wrapped up. Salford trying to mount something as they run it wide. But Fawcett forces him into touch with a tremendous tackle. So Salford lose their way on second tackle. To scrum down. Salford have, after the first 10-minute spell in this second half, have hardly been in Town territory. Heppy runs it wide before he then straightens up. 3 in on the tackle. Now Mackenzie, short ball onto Ellis. Ellis onto Mulligan, then onto Pape. Is Pape going to make it to the corner? Yes, he is. Stepped inside, and then sheer determination and strength and a will to get there. He spotted the whitewash. Had a couple of chances early on, but takes this one and takes Town into a 28 points to 0 lead. And it really has been a first-class effort this afternoon by Town. Obviously wanting to build on the success against Halifax, they've certainly done that. So Blakely again kicks it deep as far as Holgate, who picks it up and runs it straight back at them. A good run by the second rower. Now Schubert just slipped there as he went in. Now Mackenzie onto Kyle White, looking sharp after his little spell on the bench. And again, penalty. They haven't learned all afternoon, haven't Salford? So Mulligan kicks towards the grandstand side with a good touch finder, sets Town up again. Town bring on Lee Chilton for Colin Armstrong. And now Fawcett again tries to go. Remember, he's on a hat-trick. Mackenzie onto Burns. Burns another good burst, taking it 10 yards from the Salford line. Can Town get more points on the board? Kyle White onto Heppy. Well, an interception. Salford come up with it. Blakely didn't fancy the full length there, and it's Mulligan who brings him down. So from attack to now having to defend. But Town clamp the ball again. Salford on the far side. So Town's man of the match awarded again for his outstanding effort. Roland Phillips now having a spell on the bench. Young Looking to link up. Town want to keep them to nil if they can. Salford fire it wide. Want to Panapa but no way through. It's last tackle. Ford tried to go himself. And Allgate takes it on the full. Kyle White wanting to take it quickly. Onto Holgate. Holgate over the top of them, going like a railing. Good tackle though. And now Mulligan takes it up. Onto Drummond. Drummond looking back for Mulligan. Mulligan. Paper went on his outside. Mulligan looked on the inside. Salford is still caught if it goes fired wide. Now Drummond goes that way, straightening it up. Just ankle tapped. Ellis again goes left. Marwood did well to take it. Heppy. Hunter Burns almost through, 10 yards out. It's still on. Heppy. Onto Ellis. Dummies, then tries to go himself and he's in for a try. Kevin Ellis. They all stood back and watched him waltz in for a try to take Town to 32 points to nil with the conversion still to come. Tremendous play by Town. So that takes it to 32 and now 34 with Marwood's conversion. Tremendous effort by this Town side. And I'm sure you'll just hear a crescendo of noise when this hooter goes. About a minute to go plus any stoppage time at the end of this game. It's Town who lead, 34 points to nil. And quite honestly, just looking around this Salford side, they look gutted. So Blakely restarts. Mulligan's under it, gives it to Holgate. He was the man that set it off and here he goes again. Town haven't finished. Ellis tackled by Ford. And there goes the hooter. The people run onto the pitch to congratulate the heroes and they really do deserve congratulating. A tremendous display by Town, it has to be said. They led 14-0 at half-time. We thought Salford might come back. They had a good spell in the first 10 minutes of the second period. Then on 57 minutes, Fawcett went in. Goal by Marwood, 20 points to nil. There was a penalty, a try by Paul Burns, 24 points to nil. Then Kevin Pape got on the score sheet, wide out left. Then just on the stroke of full time, that man, Kevin Ellis, inspirational in lots of things this afternoon, went in, darted and jinked under the post. Goal by Marwood. Final score at Derwent Park. Workington Town 34. Salford, who have quickly left the pitch, nil.